Hi, everyone. We are back for another Total Image Woman of the Week, and we are here to talk about one of those fashion issues that can sometimes cause you to feel a little self-conscious, a little embarrassed, but we have a solution, or I should say my guest does. I just learned about it, so it's totally cool. But I am lucky enough to, first of all, I'm Ginger Burr from Total Image Consultants. I suspect all of you know me, but anyway, just in case you don't, I'm an image consultant. I've been doing that for a very, very long time, and I love finding new resources to share with you. I also, the Total Image Woman of the Week is a way that I get to help create more exposure and visibility for small, women-owned, mostly, businesses. And this one, we're going to have a lot of fun talking about a very special, a little bit private issue that you don't hear a lot of talk about. So my guest today is Zuckerman, and we met because I did an interview on a show with Chef AJ, who is a vegan chef. She's an author. She's a comedian. She's just amazing. We had such an incredible time. You can see it on my all my social media. You can see the interview. And Anne contacted me after, and we connected, and we had a lot in common. And part of what we both do is to help serve women and help empower women and make women feel comfortable in what they're wearing. And I said, hey, come on, let's talk more about your business. So, Anne, I want to welcome you here today.
Thank you so very much, and thank you for having me.
My pleasure, my pleasure. Now, the very first things I've given people, I've kept them a little bit in suspense. I haven't given a lot of details because it is kind of a little bit of a sensitive topic. And so could you tell us, what are Bezi bra discs?
Well, in short, I truly believe that we as women definitely want to be heard. And if you're having a headlight moment, there's way too much distraction, and no one is hearing what you have to say. So what Bezi bra discs do is they camouflage, so you can avoid those headlight moments. And that's really great for women, especially in the summertime or even in the winter. In the winter, if you're wearing a thin sweater, in the summertime, if you're wearing a t-shirt and you have a jacket on, but you get warm and you decide to take your jacket off, the last thing you want to see is having a headlight moment, to be
Right. To be delicate.
delicate.
Yes, exactly. And, the women who are out there who have this concern, they are very aware that it's a problem. And, sometimes I know women have tried lots of different things, and also, layering and trying heavier things. And some women don't want to do padded bras because they already have enough natural padding. And yet they don't want to feel like they're, somewhat exposed out there in the world when they get dressed. So they don't want to feel like they have to wear a jacket all the time. So tell us, before we get into kind of how they all work, tell us, how did you get into doing this? Like, what made you decide to create something like this?
Well, as many of us know, we look around and we see products every day and we say, wow, that's really innovative, but I think I could do better, or what if? And that was a moment that I had. My mom owned a lingerie shop, and I worked with her for a number of years. Unfortunately, she passed away. And I had seen a product, and I thought, in the back of my mind, I thought, wow, I think I know I could do better than that. And I happened to go on a hike, and I was standing next to a guy, and I said, what do you do? And he said he was an industrial design engineer. And I asked him a lot of questions, and then I said, by the way, I've seen something and I think I can do better. Can you help me with that? And he said, possibly. We met and we spoke about the design of the product and what it needed to do, and also possible materials. Mm-hmm. And he introduced me to a patent attorney, and we filed the patent. And then I took my inheritance and got a prototype mold. So I was able to actually make product. And then I worked on packaging and all of that. And then I had to introduce myself. and introduce the product. And I chose Atlanta. So I was a vendor at the Mart to introduce my product. In the meantime, I also had a sales rep, so she was introducing it to a bunch of different stores. And then I moved on to lingerie shows. A large one called Curve in Las Vegas and New York. And so I got to meet a lot of store owners and introduce them to my product and get it out there on the market.
Absolutely. Now, how long has this process taken?
Um, from the time of the patent and the prototype mold, probably a year and a half. It's a long process.
Yeah.
It's not short.
You have to be very passionate about this in order to go through all of that.
Oh, totally. To do this, you're either all in or not at all.
Right, right, yeah.
So that was a decision I made. I figured this was my time. That was my only opportunity, and I was going to grab it.
Yeah, absolutely. Now I have several of, they come in several colors. This is, let me get it in the right place here. This is, let me get my, oh geez, everything's backwards here. I'm trying to make the color show and it doesn't want to show. This is called blush. It looks like a flying saucer. Blush, but tell us, like, what are these little openings? Like, what does the design do that maybe something else out there, when you said I could do better, what does your design do that other designs didn't do?
So the slits actually conform to your body. And once you have them on, your body heat makes them stick. So they don't have any adhesive, which is really quite wonderful for people who have sensitive skin. They're also non-latex.
Yes.
So once you have them on, they actually adhere to your body. So women who wear very shallow cup bras like them because they don't have to wear a lot of padding, then they want a natural look. And women who wear large cup size bras definitely don't want extra padding. And then there are a number of women who are runners, and they've found that if they put it inside their sport bra, because it adheres to the body, it doesn't move around, so it's great for runners. And I had a customer who worked out a lot at the gym, and she was teeny tiny, and she would go to the gym, wear her sport bra, and not wear a shirt because she was weightlifting, and she just did not want to have any stairs.
Sure, yeah.
So she loved this product.
Yes.
And because it's reusable,
yes,
you get a lot of wear out of them.
So let me see. Here's a one that's a deeper color. Let me see if that one shows up better. Sort of. Oh yeah, that one shows up much better. So you can see there's lots of different, four different colors. But okay, so there's no adhesive. So what you do is you put it inside your bra, and then the bra, the heat from your body and the bra, those two things help to hold it in place. Is that right?
Yes. So if you wear a shallow cup bra and you just want to wear a bandeau, any type of stretchy material over top that holds it to your body long enough for your body to heat it up,
yes,
will hold it in place.
So it's not like years ago when we used to add shoulder pads, when those big giant shoulder pads were in place, and you'd add a shoulder pad, and then the sticky part came undone, and you end up with a shoulder pad down here or down here somewhere. These aren't going to move. They're going to stay where you put them, right? They're not going to
For sure, for sure.
That's great. And so how do you care for them? Like, what do you have to do to take care of them? Because they're reusable. So
gentle soap and water.
Whoa.
Hand soap.
Oh my goodness.
They don't take a lot of care because they're a non-latex resin. You can just towel dry them. They dry immediately.
Wow.
So they're very easy to care for, and they come in a plastic case.
Oh, I can show you exactly. I've got all this. Whoops. I've got it all right here. Where's my little cover? Of course,
Well, I'll hold up.
There you go. You've got it there, and I've got it. So you've got it in the pretty. It comes very prettily, as you can see, in the little gauzy bag. But this is what it. Oh, maybe holding it back.
Right.
There we
So once you wear them to store them, you can store them in the plastic case and
Nice.
they
Nice.
stay very well.
Yes, yes. And they're I'm assuming they're pretty durable.
Very,
Yep.
very. But sometimes what I suggest is to put a warm washcloth over top of them to take them off. Because if you yank them off,
Ooh.
trying to peel them off, sometimes they may tear a little.
Mhm.
So I suggest either in the shower or take a warm washcloth and they'll come right off because there is no adhesive. There's
Right.
no, yeah,
It's like the perfect solution to this problem for women who feel self-conscious about this. Wow.
for sure.
So, how did you come up with a name?
Well, that's a really crazy story. My patent attorney called me one day and he said, "So, what are you going to call these things?" I said, "I have no idea. I know that I want a word that goes with bra. So, I figured that it should start with a B." And then basically, what we did was we threw a whole bunch of letters up in the air and put different combinations together and came up with Bezi. And he checked to see if it was available to trademark, and it was. And so that's where we ended up. So
Oh,
there's no real,
a riot. So Bezi doesn't really need mean anything.
no,
But it's very catchy. It's very catchy.
yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And, it's yours. So people will identify that name with you. And where can women find these? Like where are they sold?
Well, they're sold through lingerie shops all over the country. However, they're also sold through my website, beziwoman.com. And I've created a discount code for you, Ginger10, which is going to be in the show notes. And so anybody who wishes to purchase a pair, they can just go to my website, pick whatever color they think they would like to have, and they'll get with your discount code, they'll get 10% off if they on their order. And if they purchase two pair, they also get free shipping.
Ooh, wow, very cool. And when you do the ginger tin, you mentioned that it needs to be all in caps.
Well, I tried it out yesterday and it seemed to work even if it
There
wasn't.
we go. Yeah,
So,
it used to be, it was very case sensitive, those things. And now maybe it
yeah.
will be. So if it doesn't work one way, try it the other way. If you have any trouble, let us know. We'll help you out. But so these could be like little stocking stuffers or little Hanukkah gift. I don't know, maybe it's a little bizarre, but if a woman's giving it to another woman, it can be a good thing. But they could be, and they're so little, they just fit into a little stocking. So yeah.
Has actually happened over the years. They have been used as stocking stuffers, mothers to their daughters.
Yes, yes,
So,
absolutely.
so
Absolutely.
they work very well.
Yeah. They're just a handy thing to have because if there's ever a day when you think, oh, what am I going to do about this? And you don't have one of these, you're going to wish you did. So this is the kind of thing you can have. It doesn't have an expiration date. It just
Right.
will always work. And right now we have Celeste and Karen and Kathy all watching. So they're enjoying learning more about this. Um, is there anything else like, oh, I know, like where are they manufactured? Because that's a big thing these days. People want to purchase things that are made closer to home than they used to be. So tell us where they're manufactured.
For sure. Well, I'm first generation American. So my parents were enormously grateful to be able to come to this country. And my mother opened her lingerie shop and felt very, very blessed and was very, um, uh, always told me that it was important to buy American. And so that was in the back of my mind.
Yes.
But I also heard a lot of horror stories where people were manufacturing overseas and you have no control. So if you're shipped, especially if you're making a large quantity and you receive a shipment and there's a flaw in the shipment, you don't have a lot of recourse. So I knew from the very beginning that it was really important for me to manufacture in the US. But the other part of that is that I have a true production mold. It's very heavy and it's made of steel. And it's housed at a manufacturing facility. here in the United States. It would be very difficult for me to ship it overseas, and what would happen if something happened? So I do all my manufacturing in the United States. The resin is purchased in the United States, and my packaging also. The plastic containers come from Massachusetts. The paper inserts are printed here in Pennsylvania. So I do have a US product.
I love it. That's excellent. That's excellent. So another reason to purchase it. And Marie just came on and she said, I just came on. What is this? So here's what it is. They're Bezi bra discs. They go, if you have an issue with headlights, nipple exposure, whatever you want to call it, and it makes you self-conscious or a little embarrassed, or you feel like you have to cover up, these will take care of it. And very easy to store, easy to wear, comfortable. I'm assuming they're very comfortable as well.
They are. Most of the women I've spoken to have said they put them on and they forget they're there.
Yes.
I've had women who have said they've gotten undressed at night and didn't remember they had them on. And one woman said her husband looked and said, "What is wrong with you? What do you have on?"
That is funny. Oh my goodness. Well, that is a testament to how comfortable they are, because most women are like, the first thing they want to do when they get home is rip off their bras. And so obviously that's not the case for this particular product. So that's a very
sure.
It's not adding to the discomfort of bras for women who aren't comfortable in them. So that's wonderful. That's wonderful.
No, not at all. And it's been interesting for me because I thought that most of my customers would be business women who wanted to take their jackets off. But a very funny thing happened. When I had first started manufacturing, my stepmother, who was in her 90s, had a next door neighbor who was in her 80s. And to be nice to my stepmother, I gave the neighbor a pair. And she graciously thanked me. But I could see that in the back of her mind, she was thinking, this is really crazy. And she put them in her drawer dutifully. And about 6 months later, my stepmother called me and she said, you gave Carol a pair of those bra discs, and she came over this morning and said, you have to call Anne right away and tell her that they were absolutely amazing. She said she was going to a church function and she had a cute t-shirt on, and she looked in the mirror before she left home and said, I can't go out like this. And then remembered my product and put them on. And she said, oh, tell her that it saved the day.
Oh my goodness.
And that would be, I would have never thought.
Yes.
So I've had teenage girls and working women. I had a friend of my mother's, again, at the very beginning when I started, I gave her a pair. And she politely said, yes, yes, yes. And then she called me and she said she was going to a party. She had a sweater set on. And even with a double layer, she knew that she had an issue and remembered my product. And so it was really great.
That's wonderful.
It was fun.
So whether you're a self-conscious teenager who's maybe, just starting to blossom, or you're, in your midlife, or you're 90, these will work. These will work. It's totally fabulous. There's if you're out there and have an issue and wear a bra that's not padded, then this is the perfect solution. And kind of like your mom's friends, why not have one of these in your drawer? The last thing you want to do is wake up one day and go, oh, I want to wear that sweater, and I don't dare because I'm going to feel self-conscious. If you have these, you can jump in and grab them, and you're all set. You can wear exactly what you wanted to wear and feel comfortable.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And okay, so Jenny is watching. She wants to know if they're available in Australia.
They're not available in stores in Australia, but I can tell her that I have sent them to someone in Australia. Oh. So yes, she should. It may be a little difficult through my shop, but from my website, my email address is on my website. She can always email me, and I'll send her an invoice and I'll ship them off to Australia. I
Awesome.
do take credit cards.
I love it. Personalized service. So perfect. So Jenny, definitely get in touch with Anne and let me know if you have any problems reaching her or anything. And Kathy says, which color would make a safe color for gifts? That's a great idea. Tell us what the different colors are.
Okay. I started out with blush and mocha.
Oh,
The mocha is very, very dark because I wanted a large number of women to be able to wear them. And they want to be semi close to skin tone.
Mhm.
But the blush seemed a little pink and the mocha seemed a little dark. So I decided to create a third color, the latte color, which is not as pink as the pink and not as dark as the mocha. And then I also have a natural color, which is the natural color of the resin. And it's semi-transparent, it's rather cloudy.
Ah,
So there are women who have said that they really like this because it doesn't matter, it's very neutral.
so it seems like if you have a sense of someone's skin color, like, I'm so fair that for me, probably the blush would be right. Um, but or if someone's a little darker skinned or medium, you can know. But if you is the natural one a good option if you're not sure?
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
For
Great.
sure. And they're inside a bra or a bandeau or even a tank top.
Right. Right.
So you've got a covering.
Right. Yeah.
The one thing that you don't want is, for instance, if you're wearing, if you're very dark skinned and you're wearing the blush and you're wearing a white shirt,
Yeah.
it's going to show through. The
Yeah.
same thing if I were to put on the mocha
Right.
and my bra was see through in any way, and
Yeah.
I put on a light colored shirt, you would see the color difference.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. But I encourage people to go to your website and explore the different colors and see if you can, guess. I don't think you can go seriously wrong as long as you're not going to extremes. And when in doubt, you get the natural one, and that should cover a lot of situations and skin tones. So yes,
For sure.
let's see if there are any other questions over here. No, we seem to be good. Kathy mentioned she thinks it's a great gift. It really is a great gift. And remember, for those of you who maybe just hopped on, you can use the discount code GINGER10 and receive 10% off. If you order 2 pairs or more, you get free shipping. And plus, you can still use the coupon code and get the 10% off. And yes, Kathy, why don't you, we mentioned it, I think, once before, but say your website again. This is really important. And I will put it in the comments as well, Kathy. So great. Thank you.
Yes, it's beziwoman.com.
Great. Nice and easy. Very straightforward. Yes. And
For
I will
sure.
put all of this information, the coupon code, the information about the free shipping, and the website all there. And if you want to reach out to Anne personally, you can do that because she has a contact place on her page. If you have any trouble reaching her, please just let me know. Obviously, I know how to get in touch with her too, so I can help you. But perfect timing as we go into the holidays and to pick up a pair for something a little different. Sometimes it's hard to figure out that gift that isn't like everything else you've given to somebody. And well, this is certainly a very personal gift, so you want to give it to somebody you know pretty well. But it's a wonderful product that you have, and I was excited to share it with everybody. So, Anne, I want to thank you for being here today and for sharing your talent for knowing what women really need and want, and for being so gracious and sharing a wonderful coupon code as well. So thank you for being with us today.
Well, thank you so very, very much, Ginger.
Great. Well, everybody, we're going into another weekend. I hope you have a safe, healthy, happy, joyful, restful, all of those kinds of things weekend. And I will see you next week for another Total Image Woman of the Week. Bye, everybody.